Hello, welcome. Let us discuss how you can connect and push the code using HTTPS authentication. That is pushing the code from Git to GitHub. First thing is you can do some free checks or settings, and then we will create a token, personal access token on the GitHub. You need to log into GitHub account, and then you set your URL to use this HTTPS instead of SSH URL. This URL also you can get from the repository of your GitHub account. And finally you can test the connection and push the code. Now I will open my GitHub repository folder. This is my repository. Here we have created one file earlier, right? This is our file. And here I will open the terminal, or you can open the command prompt in your Windows operating system. And then you can do few checks. If you want to list your global configuration, you can give a command git config global list. It will provide your global configurations like username, email, right, default branch and all those things. Similarly, if you want to list the local configuration, we can give git config local list. It will provide the configuration for this particular repository. We will focus only on this particular repository now. Then you need to use global. If you want to check for the global configuration, then you need to use global here. Here you can see our repository is this one, HTTPS GitHub repository test repo 1. If you open the GitHub, you can observe here our repository is test repo 1. And if you want to set a particular username and particular email ID, then you can set using this particular command. We will set like some new username and some new email, some sample I will put, some dummy emails. So if you want to set particular username and particular user, then you can set it using this particular command. I will use some dummy name and dummy email. Let us set the username and email using this particular command, git config local. It means it will set only for this particular repository, that is repo 1. User dot name, I provide new user name, press enter. Then git config local user dot email, new email at example.com. This is sample email ID, some dummy email ID, right? Now we have set the name and email. Now if I check git config local list, you can see here user email and username. Whatever we have set here is displayed. So now we have set the username and email, which will be displayed once you push to the GitHub. Now we need to create the token. To push using HTTPS authentication, you need to create a tokens on the GitHub account. You need to go to your GitHub account, click on profile, click on settings, then come to developer settings, then click on personal access tokens. This is a classic token, that is a older version. In newer versions, you need to select fine grained token, which has a more better control, right? I have created one token here. I can delete this. So it will ask for a password again. Now we can create a new token. Select this fine grained token, click on this new token. Then you can create a token name. Like I will give like repo 1 something test. You can give some meaningful name and meaningful description. I just give some name, and you can set the expiration date also here. Here advantage of fine grained token is it provides a more controlled access. You can provide access to particular repository as well. Here if I select only selected repositories, you can select here repository name. We have only one repository, you can select this. This is the one of the advantage. You have more control over the access. You can give only whatever the repository, whatever the access you want. And here you need to give access to the contents, and metadata will be required by default. So it gives access to push the code, merge, commit and all those things. Here you select not read only, read write. And here metadata by default read only, So then generate the token. Click generate the token. This is the token. You need to copy. It will be shown only once. After that it will not be visible. Just copy this and save it somewhere. So this is a token. It will be available only once. After that you cannot see. You need to save it somewhere safely so that you can use it later. So now we have created the fine-grained access token to access this particular repository, repotest1. These two things we have done. So we have done some settings here. We have checked some settings and we have set the username and email, and then we created the token. If you go to the repository, you can select, see here, if you go to the repository, you can see different URLs. One is HTTPS URL, one is SSH URL. You need to change from SSH URL to HTTPS URL. For that purpose, you need to run this particular command, git remote set URL. So I can run this command to set the URL to HTTPS URL, right, from the GitHub. This is the HTTPS URL. You need to copy this and then git remote set -URL origin and provide this particular URL. Now URL is set. If you want to confirm the change, you can give this command git remote -v. You can see this is displaying the HTTPS. Here you can see. If I want to set it to SSH, then I need to use this particular URL SSH. Same command git remote set URL origin and change this URL. Earlier we were using SSH. Now I have changed it to HTTPS using this particular command. Now we will try to push the code. Before that, I will make some changes here. Test line 5, test line 6. I added 2 lines and save it, and then git status. It will show it is modified, right? Git add. We will add the file, and then git commit -m HTTPS demo something I will give commit, and then committed, right? Now you need to push the code, right? Git push -u origin main. So now the push has failed because some earlier credential was stored here, but I have deleted that access token earlier from the GitHub, right? We created the new access token on the GitHub, right? So this is giving invalid token, right? So now I need to remove that old token. Now I will run this particular command git credential reject. So now once I run this command, now you can see it is asking my username and password. So I need to provide the username for my GitHub account. What was your username? Your GitHub username that you created while creating the GitHub account. So you need to provide the username for your GitHub account. So I will provide my username, and then you need to provide the password. Here password is your personal access token that you have created earlier. You need to provide this personal access token that you have created as a password, not your normal web login password, right? Then paste it here, then enter. Now you can see done. Object compressing here, it is pushed here. Now if you go to GitHub and refresh, you can see new username here, right? And this is the comment we have provided, HTTP demo, while you are committing, and this is the username that we have set up, new username. If you go inside this file now, this line 5 and line 6 that we have added is added here. In this way you can set up the connection. But if in case that old password is already that you are using, and then if it is not working, then you need to use this particular command git credential reject to remove the old credential, and so that it will ask for the new credential. Now we have learned how to push from Git to GitHub using HTTPS authentication. Earlier we have also learned about the SSH method of authentication. So now we have learned both the ways. We will continue our discussion in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.